Hey guys, I'm going to take you through the install of the intake pipe for the Jaguar S-Type R. Super easy, should take less than 5 minutes. Going to highlight a couple things to keep an eye out when you do your install. So first things first, we'll just get the stock intake track disconnected. The first thing is to remove the cam cover fitting. You do this by squeezing it and then it will come loose. Pops off like that. You just squeeze it and then take it off. My car is equipped without the stock airbox, but that's the next fitting that you'd want to get rid of. You just undo the clamp on that end. Super easy. And then there's one more clamp on the inlet pipe closer towards the throttle body where it meets a cast aluminum elbow. So you're going to take that off. Wiggle it free. Oops. It's going to look a little bit different if you have the stock airbox, because obviously your stock airbox is going to be right there. The mass air meter is there. But the bottom line is you just want to get the stock intake track out so you can replace it. With the kit, I supply you with two 3.5-inch T-bolts and two 3.75-inch T-bolts. You just need to identify which ones are the 3.75s. Just makes life simpler later on. Also submit it with 8 inches of 1/2-inch hose. What you'll need to do is cut it to length once you get everything mocked up. I'll give you a little extra so that, if for some reason you need more, it's there. Okay, what we got here is we have the 3.5-inch tube with 3-inch tube with two connectors that go from 3-inch to 3.25-inch. Obviously the 3-inch go on here onto the pipe. Mine's a little bit different because mine is 3-inch instead of 3.25 at the mass air meter. The stock setup cars are going to be 3.25, so you'll have a reducing coupler there. So the 3.5 clamps go on there, and then what you'll want to do is you'll want to fit the one onto the intake track first, and then you can do the mass air meter second. Soapy water helps with getting the silicone connectors to slide over the intake easier. You don't want to really roughhouse with this thing, because what happens is it'll come loose back there, and then you'll have a vacuum leak that you have to fix later on. So once again, I'm just mocking everything up here so you get an idea of how the install goes. You're going from round to oval, so it's kind of a tight fit on this one, but it goes on pretty easy if you add soapy water, like I mentioned. You don't want to get it all the way, the tube all the way against the thing, because you want a little bit of transition to the oval. So you want to position that on there. You can wiggle it a little bit, just don't go too crazy with that. And then what you're going to want to do is get the 3.75 clamp worked over to the oval. It's kind of a pain because you have to ovalize around, and so you may have to loosen up a little bit to get it on there. The T-bolt clamps use an 11mm socket, so just for future reference. And the deep ones help quite a bit because this thread towards the end starts to get in your way. Okay, we got the T-bolt on there. You don't want to have it like this with these on top because it'll hit the hood. So usually what I do is I'll set it up with them on the side and just kind of work along rotating these. The other option is you could cut off the threads. You could cut off the extra threads once you get this thing installed for clearance, but that's kind of up to you. Actually hit stop.